Much are you gonna charge for that set of nails? That set of nails is what I would call an extreme, super intense glitter ombre. That thing is like 90% glitter and just a smidge of ombre. Beautiful set of nails, but here's the situation. Your client comes in and she's wearing a glitter smile line set of nails, completely different color also. In this case, this intense red glitter. How exactly do you approach this? Do you have to remove everything and reapply the set that she so desperately wants? Or can you do something simple to do a quick change out so that you're not gonna charge an arm and a leg for this? Whatever direction you go, the big question is always, how much do you charge? I wish I could answer this question for you, but the truth of the matter is, I'm not the pro. But thank goodness, we do have somebody here that can answer your question. Her name is Tracey Ryerson. Tracey Ryerson.
Hey,
would you please
go through this every week? Why?
Please come down and chat with us. We have some very, very interesting questions for you.
Oh, yes.
So, obviously we've got this set of glitters that your client wants, and show the people what she's wearing on your finger. Okay, so that's a challenge. Like, to me, that's like, what are you gonna do? So you're gonna have to obviously do a serious change out. Give us some guidance here.
So there are times when someone comes in and they want something, let's say we have this, and she decides that she wants to go purple, blue, something like that. I'm not gonna have to remove it and take it off. I could probably cut in the smile line. She could deal with seeing the red underneath and all as well. But now we're going with more of a iridescent, almost see-through. We can't have red underneath. So now we have to do something else. We have to actually just pretty much start over. So I'm gonna show you the fastest way of doing that so it doesn't eat into your time, and then we're gonna discuss how much.
Love it. Are you ready?
No.
No, please.
Okay, before we get started, let's go through the items we're gonna use. I'm going to be using gel this time, so we're gonna use the clear Sculptor because I finally found it. Gonna use our base, Build, Flex, and then the glitters that I've picked out is Waterfall, Crushed Pearl, Sea Spray, and Diamond Dust. These are all the items I'm going to be using. Let's get started. Okay, so we have our red nail. Now this nail was done just today, so we can see that the smile line is pretty much all the way back, exactly where you would put it for a new set. Now usually when the customer comes in, it would be probably about 2 to 3 weeks later, and we'd have this grown out, which would make it much easier for what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna deal with what we have. So I'm gonna take my toenail clippers, and guess what? I finally found a straight edge, not a curved, which works the best. We're going to take it, and we're gonna start right here on the side and cut across. I'm gonna grab it. Let's see, grab it right about there. Snap it there, come to the other side, snap it there. Just gets rid of it super fast. Now, you don't want to use anything besides toenail clippers. If you use tip cutters, or I call them dog toenail clippers, or a cuticle nipper, it will likely split straight up versus across. Once we have that, now we need to shave down the bulk of the product. Now I'm gonna shave pretty much everything down because I have pink on and the set requires a clear background, so we're gonna have to take all of this off. To do this, I'm gonna use my coarse, forgot the name for a second, safety bit, coarse safety bit, and that's what we're gonna use to shave down the bulk of the product. Okay, so we're gonna take that safety bit. Now I'm running my electrophile halfway, so about 15,000 RPMs, and we're just gonna start shaving down. Now I'm trying to do this on film so you guys can see it, which is not so natural as to how I would normally do it. So bear with me, no judgment. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and flip it around to the side so I can hit the side. We're gonna come down. And as we come around, just making sure that we get it on camera so it's a little slower than normal. And then I'm gonna have to flip it this way to catch my side on myself. Obviously, if I'm working on a customer, this is how it would be all the way through, and I can twist and move their hand, but on myself, it's not so easy. Okay, so let's get that side. Come around, shave it down, grab the bulk of the product off, all the way through. Now you can see, I'm gonna take the little nippers and get rid of that corner, but you can see how fast that is. So whenever I'm doing a complete removal, I always use my electric file. My natural nail is nice and strong. I don't damage it at all. This is so much faster than removing an acetone, but if that's your choice, that's okay. You would just need to wrap it, remove everything, and start over. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab those little corners where the glitter is underneath my natural free edge. Now, if you notice, I can't really see what I'm doing, but if you notice, I cut the nail in an oval shape. If you cut straight across, you're creating a square nail, which is gonna be harder to put a form on. So do yourself a favor, cut in that oval shape, and that way it's gonna be easy for the forms to go on. Okay, the first thing we're gonna grab is our magic wand so we can push back our cuticles. Do this on all 10 fingers. And then we're gonna come in with our bit and prep. Okay, so this is the medium crosscut bit. This is the bit that I love for prepping. And I'm gonna show you why. If you look at the top of the barrels, you can see that this one is way smaller than this one. This one is gonna tuck into that cuticle area really nicely. Now, either way, both are medium grit. It's like using a medium grit file, so either way, you're good. Okay, let's go ahead and turn our E-file on. Okay, and we're just gonna tuck back there, make sure that cuticle area is nice and clean. You can see everything that's coming out. I still have some red glitter right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just remove that. Once I feel that I have the cuticle area nice and clean, just gonna follow through and remove the shine over the entire nail. Once we have that, we're good to go. Let's grab our swipe. Want to make sure that nail is nice and clean. Grab a lint free. And let's clean it. What this does is it's gonna remove all the oils, dust, contaminants from the natural nail, and that way we have a nice clean surface to work on. Before we go any further, I'm gonna go ahead and mix the glitter in with my gel. So we're gonna grab our tile, we're gonna grab our flex gel, and then we're gonna grab our 4 glitters. We're gonna grab our flex. Let's grab our painter's knife. I'm gonna put it out on the tile. The reason I like to use flex is when you put the glitter in this, it's going to thicken it up. So if you use something like clear Sculptor to start with, it's gonna be like working with sand. So let's go ahead and put our glitter. Okay, we're gonna start with our crushed pearl, and we're just literally gonna cover the whole surface of the gel. Now don't skimp on this stuff. We're not peppering it in. We want a good coverage. Same thing with the sea spray. Get a good amount in there. Gonna go Waterfall. And we're gonna go our diamond dust. Let's mix it and see what we get. So I'm just gonna push down on it. That way it grabs into the gel and doesn't float everywhere when I start mixing it. If you're doing your glitters this way, you can remember one thing. If you can see through it, you don't have enough glitter. If it feels like sand, you don't have enough gel, and you can add more. But I want a good coverage on that. If you can see it, I can't really see it on screen. I'm gonna put this to the side. So So of course we want to start with our protein bond. Gonna get our first layer on. We're gonna go through all 10 fingers. Once we're done, we come back and we do our second coat. Now we always say 1 time for most people, 2 times for heavy lifters. I don't want to find out if they're a heavy lifter, so I'm always gonna do it twice. Let's grab our form. Grab our clear sculptor. I love clear sculptor for extending the nail because I can do all 5 fingers without it moving on me. So let's go ahead and grab, roll it off onto the form, connect it to that natural nail, make sure we're connecting it to the sidewall, pull it out straight, get the shape we're wanting. Same thing here, connect it to that sidewall, pull it out. Now, I don't want this free edge too thick, so I'm gonna pull some of this gel off and remove the excess. I want this just to be a nice thin shelf. Use it as a guide to add the glitter. Okay, once we have that, can't really see that side, but we're just gonna go with it. We can put it in the light. Go ahead and stick it in. Now really, it's only gonna take it about 15 seconds to set up, but just go ahead and work on the other hand while this one's curing. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll know that I like to do my extension first, then I like to do the base. That way everything's anchored on when I remove the form. Less likely to break. Let's grab our base. I'm gonna put a nice thin layer. Remember, base isn't our strength, it's just our foundation. I like to say it's like the foundation of our house. It's not the thickest part of the house, but it's a very important part of the house that keeps everything else standing. Again, we're gonna put it in the light, work on the other hand. As soon as we're done with the other hand, we can pull this one out. And we can remove the form. Even though I done the base, I mean, you're not gonna rip this off like you would an acrylic. Remember, this is just a thin layer, so I'm gonna carefully remove the form. And the reason we wanna do this is that way, when we put the rest of the gel on, everything cures thoroughly. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our glitter mix and get this nail done. Okay, so we're gonna scoop some up and get it down on the nail. Now you may be asking, like, sometimes you see me do it with raw glitter and I just press it into the gel. Sometimes you see me mix it. In fact, I think this is the first time I've mixed it for you. And honestly, I can tell you, it just depends on the mood I'm in. Today, I felt like mixing it in the gel. I thought it would give the better look. Okay, so we kind of have it down. I'm gonna wipe that excess off on the tile. Tiles are great for this. And then I'm gonna come and kind of swoop so it kind of floats through the nail. And we're gonna call this my first coat because I'm gonna do this twice, just to make sure it's nice and glittery. Pop it in, just about 10-15 seconds. Now here's a secret. I'm also gonna pull out the Waterfall and probably diamond dust and crushed pearl, and I'll show you why in a second. Okay, so we're gonna grab some more, get a nice coat on. I'm gonna show you why I grabbed the other ones. Is just in case I go, you know what, I want some bigger bits in there, I can go ahead and just pick them up and add them where I want them. Oops, don't use my fingers, that's bad nail tech. And then let's see, I think I want a little more of the diamond dust popped in there. And finally, just gonna add a little more of the crushed pearl, so we're kind of going for that intense glitter ombre look that hubby was talking about. Remove it where we don't want it. And I think I'm happy. Let's go ahead and cure it. Grab our light, we're gonna cure it for another 15 seconds, and then we're gonna get our strength and structure on top. Okay, we're gonna grab this out. I'm gonna grab Build. Now we mixed the glitter with Flex. Flex is our thinnest builder. Build is the next step up. I could use Flex to build out the top, but Build is a little thicker. I'm gonna get that down. On the nail, get it in front of our brush, kind of pillow it to the back, and then start bringing it up front. Now this is a long nail, so we're gonna have to grab some more and keep going. Just start where I stopped and bring it forward. Now remember how I tell you that gel is very deceiving from the top, so it'll look like you have plenty, but we always want to look at the side. So let's turn it, and I don't know if you can see, but we're flat here and we're missing a lot of product here. So I'm going to keep it to the side where I can see it. Add it where I need it. Move it forward, grab it. Now if you're afraid that the gel is going to run on the cuticle on you, it's okay, do it in a couple coats. We can freeze this for 10-15 seconds and then add another layer. Okay, let's go ahead and get this in the light, and then we'll decide if we need more. Okay, I'm going to be nice to myself. I'm going to turn this on half power. You can see when the light turns red, that means it's working on half power. Once it's been in there for a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off the half power so I don't forget, and leave it on there. I'm going to pull it out. I really feel that this is flat right here. I want a nice little arch, so we're gonna add some more right there. Okay, I'm gonna add it right in that area where I want that arch. Now this is a little more product than normal, and you can see that it's gonna take a little more time than normal because of the length of the nail, and this is why I charge more for it. Probably can't see this really well, but man, this thing is bumpy, it's lumpy, and it's a hot mess. But I don't care, it's gel, it files very quickly, and that's why I have an electric file. So I'm gonna file it real quick, and we'll get back to you with the final look. Okay, we've filed and shaped it. Let's go ahead and put our YN stain resistant top coat on. But first, before I forget, let's protein bond. Why do we do this? Because we just wanted that added insurance that nothing is gonna chip. Let's get that on all the nails. All the way through. Now you can use finish gel, or you can use this. When I'm doing something like white, light colors, iridescent colors, I like to use that stain resistant, then I don't have to worry about them staining their nails at all. Get it in the light for 1 minute, and we'll come back with the final look. Grab our swipe. I keep on telling them I'm coming back with the final look. I lie. And remove it.
Okay, we've got our gel glitter ombre explosion on the nails. My God, they really are exploding. Like, I had to adjust the camera a couple times because there was so much bling coming at me. These are beautiful. The real question is, with all of that, Tracey, how much?
$125.
$125.
Yep.
Okay,
Explain myself.
Explain myself.
Okay, so we have 90 for the full set. So I clipped them off. When I'm clipping, if I clip all of them, I just start at a full set price. If I was clipping 1 or 2 off, it's $5 per clip. did all 10. I just do 90 for the full set. We have 4 glitters. That brings us up to 110 with that extra 20. And then I am charging $15 for the shape. It's not quite a stiletto, so we'll go 15.
Would you not add or include one of those glitters with the full set?
No.
Don't you usually include one color with your full sets?
Color, not glitter.
Oh,
It's different.
$125. I was trying to get her to charge $135, and then I was trying to get her to discount. What a mess.
You're all over the place.
I'm totally all over the place. A really beautiful set of nails. This is the type that is, I mean, there's the types that get looks, and then there's the types that like get looks. And this is that next level type of set. So much bling. Beautiful Tracey. Great work. We'll see you next week on How Much.